Hey there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we've got part 2 of our show updates. Well, on last week's show, I brought you part 1 of the show updates, and as I said then, if you're new to the show, you may not know what's happening. If you've been here for a while, you're very aware of what happens. And what that is every 6 months or so, I like to delve into previous shows and previous topics that we've discussed here on the program and give you an update. Do I still like that tool? Do I still like the project? Did the project that we made have longevity? Is it still used? Is it useless? That sort of thing. Not every update is good. Not every update is positive. Some projects totally fail in 6 months, and that's what we bring here to you today. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So guys, without further ado, let's get into today's updates. Well, Wednesday, February 26th of this year, 2025, was a big day for the show. It was our first ever live broadcast, which we did, and it was also the announcement of the winners of our first ever contest here on the show, our first ever giveaway, thanks to Base Camp Masks. Now, guys, that show, it was touch and go. We didn't know how it was going to really work. My wife helped me on the sidelines, watching the comments, writing down questions and handing them to me and that sort of thing. And we weren't sure how the show was going to go. We did a lot of test footage. We did a lot of test shots, a lot of test uploads. We played around with all kinds of things to get what we were hoping would be the best production that we could at the time. We weren't sure how well it was going to be received. Was I going to be sitting there just chatting to myself, basically? And although a lot of you could not make it to the live show, I believe there were just over 60 of you that did that night. And that was fantastic. I think the show went off well. We had some good conversation. There is no editing in a live show, so a few mistakes were made on certain terms that I used that were incorrect, and you guys corrected me on those. I appreciate that for jumping in. That's one of the things that editing can eliminate when I get tongue-tied and say the wrong terms. But the live show went well. And I just want to point out, we're going to do it again. We're going to do another live show. What we need is some topics to talk about, some topics to get into, to have a discussion about. Because without that, I don't want a live show. I don't do shout outs. Oh, hey, there's so-and-so, how you doing? No, that's, you know what, that's so boring. So what we want to do is we want to address what you guys want to hear about. We want to have a conversation where I give you information and information that you want and that you're going to find useful. So that's what we're looking for. We're going to get together some topics and then do more live shows. It's not going to be a super regular thing, maybe quarterly, maybe every 3 months, maybe every 6 months, like the update show. So who knows? But we will be doing more. But what I want to point out, there seems to be some confusion. Some of you guys don't understand how to view that live show. That live show was automatically posted. I wanted to, and I think I said in the live show that I wanted to download it and then add my beginning credits and my end credits sort of thing and then re-upload it back to the channel. Well, that didn't happen. And it didn't happen because YouTube uploads it automatically pretty much instantly. And I wasn't able to download it for almost 2 days. And after that, there was already comments made on the show. I didn't want to interrupt that flow of that conversation, so I left it alone. I think that's what we're going to do. But in order to find the live show, here's what you want to do. You go onto YouTube, you find my channel, and go onto the main page of my channel. And right there along the same line of where you see the videos and that sort of thing, you will see a tab called Live, L-I-V-E. And if you click that, right there will broadcast, or will have rather, any link or any video that I have done where I have produced a live broadcast. And right there we can see it. There is our first ever live show. And if you click that, it's just going to take you there. It's no longer live. You can see the chat if that's the way that you have your settings set. You can see what people were saying during the show. You can hear what I had to say during the show. It's exactly like the live show. The only difference is you cannot participate in the chat. So if you missed the live show or any live show that we do and you're interested in watching it, that is the method that you take. It will be under the live tab on the main page of the channel, guys. So speaking of the contest, just a quick little jump in note here. I have been in contact with, and 2 of the 3 winners have received their BC mask. Their other 3rd recipient of the prize has not responded to any of my tagged messages yet, and that would be Carl Riley. So Carl, if you're seeing this today, please send me an email so I can get your shipping information so I can get your prize to you, which is the BC mask, of course. Well, now the second update of today's show also has to do with the YouTube channel and a bit of confusion. I get a ton of emails and a ton of comments asking, Kenny, I remember at some point in time you produced this show. I can't find it. Where is it? You know, did you delete it? Guys, I've never deleted a show in the entire history that we've had the channel since 2013. We are in our 12th year and I have almost 1,000 episodes here on the YouTube channel. So here's the thing. I think there's a lot of user error going on, or a lot of guys that are out there that don't understand how to navigate somebody's channel. So I'm going to walk you through how to find videos that you want. Now, if you go to the main channel of my page, the main page, there on that main page, you're going to see a lot of information. You're going to see right here, see, you can see click more, there's links, and there is links then to the channel's Facebook page, Instagram, that sort of thing. If that's what you're interested in, those links are there. But moreover, if you scroll down, you will see that there is all kinds of playlists. I have made those playlists, and every time I upload a video, that video gets categorized into a certain playlist. Jigs and fixtures, laser engraving, projects, demonstrations, safety. There is all kinds of topics there that we cover on the show, and the videos are all under those subheadings. However, if you click the arrow on the right, on the main screen, you're only going to see the first 6 videos. And then if you click that arrow, you're going to see the next 6, and that's where it stops. So what you need to do is you need to click the dark black bold heading of each one of those playlists, and that will open up the playlist and provide you with all of the videos. If you are looking for a specific video, right up here at the top, the second group down is just videos. And if you click that, that will give you all of the videos. And guys, you can search these for what you're looking for. Do not use this search at the top. This will search YouTube. But this little magnifying glass right down here, just above the first thumbnail for the first video, that will allow you to search my channel. And if you type in whatever you want or whatever you're looking for, you can use that search to find a video on my channel. Guys, don't think that what you see on that main page is the only videos there are. There are almost 1,000 of them here, almost 1,000 episodes. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we've put a lot of work into this, and you can very easily search by pulling up the videos and using that little magnifying glass. Not the main search, that little magnifying glass will search my channel. So if you're looking for a video, guys, that's the method you want to go through in order to find them. I hope that helps some of you out, because I know that some of you are getting a little frustrated trying to find videos, and honest to goodness, with almost 1,000 of them here on the channel, it's a lot of videos to go through to try to find the one thing that you need. So give it a try and see what you think. Well, it was 2 years ago, or just about that I brought you that Kenny got a new compressor. And the one I chose was the Makita Mac 5200. Now, guys, I guess the question here, I've never reviewed it because as I told you in last week's show, until I've had time to actually use a tool excessively, I don't do reviews. So I have not reviewed this one yet, but I guess the question is, do I still like it? Do I still enjoy it? Do I still like its operation? And I'm going to say yes. The thing is rock solid. For starters, it's small. I like that it's small. I don't have a lot of extra space in this shop. Space is at a premium here. And to get a large compressor, I would love a massive compressor to be able to use all kinds of air tools, but there's several problems with that, and the biggest one for me is real estate here in the shop. I have nowhere to put it. As it is now, when I get a new tool, I have to rearrange, or I call it retooling. I have to redo everything to try to fit something in. And I'm getting to the point where I think I need to strip things down and try to retool. But anyway, that little compressor, that Mac 5200, sits underneath my bench at the far end by the tail vise. It's on wheels. If I want to pull it out, I can, but for the most part, it sits there. A hose is connected constantly to it, which runs up to the hose reel. You can see it up here behind me, and that is where my compressed air comes from, and then I can get it all around the shop. The compressor is rock solid. It delivers a steady CFM at 90 psi. I think it delivers something like 6.3 CFM at 90 psi, which is great for running, like, say, a pneumatic sander or that sort of thing. I mostly use them for nailers. So the pneumatic tool thing hasn't really gotten my, I haven't been bitten by that bug quite just yet. But the compressor that I've been using, the Mac 5200, has been doing a great job at running what I do run. Now, the only issue I have with this compressor, and it's been an issue since day one, I've never pulled any punches when it comes to talking about it, this thing is loud, very loud. To use it without hearing protection is a fool's game, especially in a small space like this. My shop is 12 by 24. You use that compressor in a small confined space like this, and it is deafening. It is so deafening. So that's really the only thing so far that I don't like about the compressor. I like everything else about it. I like the drain valve being so easily accessible. I like that it's portable with the wheels. I like the two regulators built in with the two out ports. I like the storage on the top. I like the hose storage on the top. I like everything about the compressor. The only thing I don't like is the noise. Other than that, the update is the thing is still rock solid. Loving it for 2 years now. Well, for the next two updates, I think I'm going to do them in one shot because they're pretty much the same except about two different topics. And one is I've been asked whatever happened to the viewer mail shows. Guys, I've had a lot of requests to bring back the viewer mail. And viewer mail here on the show, if you guys don't know, it's where you guys would send me pictures of your work, whether it be scale models or toys or jigs, or you made a new cupboard for your kitchen, whatever it was. And you sent me pictures of this work, a beginner or expert level. It didn't matter to me. I enjoyed it all. And I would bring it to a show called Viewer Mail, and I would take the highlight or the spotlight off of me and bring it on to you guys and showcase your projects. It was a very well received show. But then when the website got up and moving, and then I started a section on the website called Viewer Submissions. And what I would do is every month I would take all of the submissions that I got, I would put it into a random generator and pump out five people. And those 5 people, I would post their projects on my website under Viewer Submissions, and I do it once a month. So that kind of took over for the viewer mail. Now, the problem with that, I'm a busy guy. I really am. I manage the website. I post on several woodworking forums. I produce 2 shows here on YouTube a week. I try to answer every single comment that's ever made on my show, as well as answering emails, sending out patterns to people that ask. Plus, I work full time. I see my granddaughter 2 or more times a week. I am a very, very busy person. And because of that, some things get prioritized, and the viewer submissions on the website has really been lacking. I mean, I'm getting the submissions, but unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to update them. And I don't want to seem negligent on it, but like, honest to goodness, I'm a busy guy. I really am. So what I'm considering is eliminating the viewer submissions on the website. It's just too much maintenance for me right now, and I don't have the time to do it. And I think I would rather bring back viewer mail, where I can stand out here for however long and film a show and then do the editing, and then you guys still get the recognition that you deserve for your projects, and I can kind of take some of the workload off of me from having to update the website once a month. And I know once a month doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've got so much more on your plate, there's only so much more that you can add, and that once a month is just enough to overflow the plate. So I think that's going to be in the very near future, that you will see the viewer submissions on the site go away, and we will bring back viewer mail here on Tuesdays on the show to take this highlight off of me and put it on to you. So there is update number 4. Now, number 5 is another show that I've been asked repeatedly about, and that is the visit to the QC department, or the questionable comments department. Guys, I think we had 4 episodes of the show. I think we had 4 episodes. And what the QC department was, it was people who would come on the channel, go into the comments section, and some of them would leave the most horrible comments, like just nasty, just being mean, aggressive, you talk too much. It just went on and on and on. And I decided, you know what? These guys want their 2 minutes of fame so badly, we're going to give it to them. We're going to give it to them here on the show, and we're going to have fun at their expense. And that's what we did for 4 episodes. And you know what? It was well received. We loved it. We had a lot of fun with that, and it was all good humor. Honestly, I've got a pretty thick skin. I don't take those comments too seriously. Everyone has to have a voice, and if they want to choose my show to have it, you know what? Knock yourself out. Like, have fun with that. You're not going to bother me. But here's the thing, those comments have pretty much disappeared. So what happened to the QC department? It's still there, but it's rare. I think I get 1 questionable comment every 4 months, maybe, and it's usually some jerk that comes on and says, "That's a lot of talking." Well, yeah, it's my show. Don't like it, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. I talk on my show. That's what I do. I bring you a project. I don't just do this fast forward video showing you how to throw it together with no instructions. I try to provide a show that I teach you how to do things. So yeah, of course I talk. That's what it's all about for me. This isn't a tutorial. This isn't a video show. This is us having a conversation. This is us hanging out in the shop, making stuff and you know, learning things, myself included. I learn a lot by producing this show. So the reason questionable comments went away is there hasn't been any. But you guys have been asking, so I will start saving the questionable comments again. And when I get enough, we'll probably put together a show. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to take quite a while, because for some reason, the trolls have gone back under the bridge. And there you have it. Updates part 2. Guys, these shows are just for fun and to give you a little more information. There's always somebody that's wondering, hey man, whatever happened to that? How come we never see any of these QC shows anymore? What's going on with the website? How come you're not updating those pictures? Like, There's always somebody that has a question. There's always somebody that wonders, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Ask me and I'll bring it here and I'll tell you. Which brings me to my next point. Guys, if there is a show here on the channel of mine that you have watched and you are wondering about, you're wondering, is that tool still good? Do you still like it, etc., etc.? By all means, drop me an email or a comment down below. You can send a Facebook message on the channel's Facebook page. I showed you guys how to find that information there on the channel's main page on YouTube. You can send me an email at kennye@acutabovewoodworkings, don't forget the s.com. I'd be more than happy to add it to the list of the next update show and answer your question at the same time. So please, if you have anything that you want to see here on the show or an update, let me know. Let me know. That's what it's all about. This show is as much mine as what it is yours. And without your input, it's just some crazy guy standing out here in a shop talking to himself. So bring it on, guys. Let's start the conversation. If you haven't already, you know what? If you found anything of today's show likable, enjoyable, entertaining, informative, why not like and subscribe to the channel? We have an absolutely amazing audience base here, and it's kind of like a community, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of that. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. It really means a lot to me. I hope that you've enjoyed today's content. I hope you found it interesting. I hope that these updates, maybe there's some of the ones that you've been wondering about, but more importantly, I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays.